my revenue went to almost like one third. I asked, Papa, I want to leave my job. I want to put more effort with complete focus. Then he says, are you sure? I says, yes.
What are the 3 tips, hacks, or any mindset shift you would like to give for the beginners?
They will pay you every amount of money that you will charge if you truly care for people. People can sense through your eyes how much you care for them. Identity plays a huge role in terms of sales. ऑनलाइन में तुमको दिख रहा है divided by 10. That is the reality.
Everyone, welcome to another episode of No Filters, Just Founders. And today with us we have Sagar Sangam Sahu. He's the organic sales coach and also he's founder of TBM. He has a community of around 20,000 people. And just recently, he has entered the 1 crore mark. We are going to discuss a lot about it with him. But right now, I would like to welcome Sagar. Hi, Sagar. How are you? Thank you so
Hi
much for being.
Chiranjeev. Hi Chiranjeev. Thank you for inviting.
It's really nice to have you on the show. And like when I was researching about you, when I was reading and listening to your stories, I was like, oh my God, like this man has started from where, and he, like how he built his own empire. It's amazing even to listen to your story and get motivated by it. Um, I ask this question to all my guests, and we know Sagar as this person who is a very consistent, resilient. He's a fighter. But who, according to you, is Sagar Sangam Sahu?
For me, I think simple person coming from a humble background, uh, from a village, uh, who was completely clueless about what to do in career. Maybe 2014, then I started exploring about the world, about marketing, and the person who you can say is like simply committed his life for serving people and making more difference. These are simple lines that I can say about myself.
So nice. I when I listen to you, one thing that remains consistent, you even mentioned it somewhere that it's okay for you to grow slow, but you're going on a steady pace where you want to serve people first and then earn later. So how is that like? How does that work with you? And where did you get that mindset? Like I want to do something like that.
The first mindset that I got it, my father. He always says, भले ही slow पैसा कमाएंगे, but authentically जो भी करेंगे वही काम करके पैसा कमाएंगे. Now, so what happens is whenever we start something in online space and we try to, okay, we wanted to get like more money because that is the thing. Definitely, even I am also, I also saw potential. I also wanted to make money, but later I realized if I've, and for the first 4 5 months in my online journey, I said, okay, how I made $100, and I started thinking, okay, how I can make more, how I can make more. And with that, what happens is the 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 people who paid you money, okay, they don't get what they want, or they losing out like, okay, I was expecting to get this, but I'm not getting this. But when we shift the focus as a marketer or a coach, shift the focus from me making money to serving them, these people to grow, that's what the game is. And I always suggest, like, there are a lot of people in my community, they are beginner stage of their journey and in the coaching journey. And I suggest this one thing: the first stage, don't focus to make money, because it is to build your skill first. If you don't have any skill, you can't serve people, right? Then as you building skill, focus on creating some results for your client. अगर आपको फ्री में भी करना पड़े ना, करो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है ना. But first create some results. I'm telling you, if you create focusing on those results, those clients will take your game to the next level, and those clients will be cheerleaders for you to make more money. That is the mindset that I wanted to install. Like when it comes to like, I learned it from my father that स्लो स्टेडी जाएंगे, बट गलतियां ना, मतलब पैसा बनाने के चक्कर में हम गलती वो ना कर कर बैठे कि सिर्फ पैसा बना रहे, वी फॉरगेट अबाउट जो जिन्होंने हमसे प्रोडक्ट खरीदा हुआ है. So this mindset I got from my father, and that installed since my childhood, that I will build my business completely authentic, pure, value based, with intent to serve people. And definitely serving is one thing that I also got from my spiritual journey, that also my I've got it from my father itself. So yeah, that is like slow, steady, like wins the race. So that's the game.
Great. Also, somewhere you did mention about the fact, since you were saying that you got this from your father, we would just like to touch down on your story, how did you started in the industry, and I would also like to ask you about a specific thing. Like you mentioned, you had a conversation with your father when you were starting in the journey. That just give me 6 months, and let me try this out. How was that conversation, and how did the journey started from there? Like from 2019 to 2025, it's almost 6 years. Uh, how did the overall thing went for you?
Okay, good. So when it comes to like my journey, I started exploring about online world is 2019. Okay. It was the time where like my both parents actually met with a small accident, but it was difficult one to like it's still they are like having that effect of like their leg got fractured. My mother also got some stitches. That time I realized that what I'm doing here in Delhi, I was doing a job. uh, I was not able to go and meet them immediately, okay, because nobody informed me. That time it stuck. Father, what are you doing here? It's been 4 years. You completed your studies, and still you're not able to be there with them when they need you. Even if I have a family, my joint family, they can go. But as a um, son, I need to be there now. I had a deep emotion that asked me, Sagar, you need to do something around it. 2019, when I was coming back from home to Delhi again, job, like I says, this time I'm going with intention to create something new and come back to my home. I put an intention 2019. I saw one of my a mentor webinar. I attended that. I saw the world of online funnels, and that's where I started exploring about online. And what my current mentor, he was talking about that time. You will be building a freedom business. I says, "What is this freedom business? You can build business from anywhere." I says, wow, this is cool. I want to explore this. Anywhere in the world, I can sit and do business. Why I need to go Delhi, Mumbai to why I'm not? I can sit in my hometown itself, in my village with my parents, still can build the business. And I started exploring about online. Since I did not had any skill that point of time, I started exploring about digital marketing. That's where I think I signed up with the mentor. I think both of us common mentor is. So I started learning about digital marketing. 2020 March, you know what happened? COVID. That time it got it more intensify into like अब तो करना ही करना है. 2020 March 23rd. uh, I decided, okay, that day one of the like mail from my HR, it says your salary will be half. मैंने कि जितना है, already I've started my journey from 10,000 salary to here. Now I need to go back to almost similar. It was very difficult for me to survive in place like Delhi. Again, I put into another intention that I need to put content out who's जो जिसको जो सोचना है सोचने दो. Before that, before 3 month, like नवंबर में वो एक्सीडेंट हुआ था, नवंबर से लेके मार्च तक आई वॉज क्रिएटिंग लॉट ऑफ कंटेंट,
Hmm.
but I was not sharing to the public. I was hiding myself, posting inside a private group, and just uploading to the unlisted YouTube unlisted. So 87 videos I never posted on my public.
Seven.
April 87, 87. It was the date was April 7th. I decided कि बॉस हो गया बहुत, अब डालो अपने आप को, बेशरम बन जाओ, है ना. I remember one of the video that I saw from Gary Vaynerchuk. It says one is better than zero. If one person like your content, then it will be game changer. Similarly, like if one person watching this podcast can be benefited, the intention of this podcast is done, right? And I started working towards it. And from I was in Delhi, and I was creating content, doing my job. One single day, it was June 2020. I realized I don't want to be here. I wanted to go back to my home city, and I want to do it whatever work from there itself. Since it was work from home because of COVID that point of time, and it was a July, August, September. I worked there itself. I started seeing some kind of money of coming in, $100, $150 income from side hustle. And I said, I don't need to wait for more money to make from online to live job. And suddenly, what happens? September, where I was like sitting here, and like my father was sitting in front of me in my office, home office. And I asked, Papa, I want to leave my job. I want to focus on it because I'm putting a lot of effort, but I want to put more effort with complete focus. Then he says, Are you sure? I says, Yes. You just need to help me with food. I will take care of all my expenses. Okay. Um, what do you think? कब तक हो जाएगा? मतलब 6 महीने, मतलब 6 महीने टाइम दो एटलीस्ट. I will find another job if not. He says, okay, done. It took me 3 to 4 months. I was doing promoting of affiliate marketing products, Russell Brunson. I had fourth month itself, I had my first $1,000 a month. And that's where I says, I got my breakthrough. I will never go back to my job again. From there, I never gone back, never thought of doing even a job. Even if I'll try another business, but I never thought of doing this. That's the journey. That's where I got a first breakthrough. And it took me 4 or 5 months to build my coaching business because a lot of people ask me, why don't you teach the same organic? Because I was doing, by the way, all money I was making, it was all organic. So a lot of people started asking, why don't you teach organic, whatever that you are doing? I says, okay, let's do. 2020 September, I launched my coaching. Yeah.
When we look back to your journey, uh, and every one of us, like I'm pretty sure, like most of us who have entered into the online industry, we came like for me, it was like I came with the idea of money because that was shown all over the internet, like earn money. It is an easy way to earn money, and that was the selfish reason we entered with. And when we entered, we realized, oh, this is a different world. You have to work, and that's where you're earning money. It's not going to be like ऐसे ही
No.
बस पैसे कमा लिया, it's not going to be like that. So that was a biggest epiphany we got when we started working. I'm pretty sure when people see your stories now, they will feel like, okay, Sagar is earning 10 lakhs per month, or he has touched 1 crore. But all of like people who have been in the industry for very long, just like you, we know that it has been, a long journey to reach to the level we have reached. I just wanted to understand if somebody is starting as a beginner, as a if they are a beginner coach who are starting in the industry, what are the mindset things you would like to give them, that okay, don't come with this mindset, come with this mindset, and what exactly happens in our industry? what are the mindset shift you would like to give to beginners who is entering in the industry?
Beginners, when I see, they have a one mindset of a recording courses. One thing that I did a survey recently, and there
Yeah.
are 80 people who filled the form, and this is, I have not recorded my course yet. That's why I'm not launching. I said, why is that? Why is this? Recording courses is the barrier.
Hmm.
Okay. I says people can still make maybe 10 lakh, 20 lakh per month money without recording a course. Okay. That is like even today, I would say it's maybe fourth year of my coaching journey. I don't have a proper recorded courses. I take training. मैं एडिटर को बोलता हूँ वहां से कट करके छोटा छोटा पीस करके डाल दो, बिकॉज इवन आई ऑल्सो डोंट फील लाइक रिकॉर्डिंग, बिकॉज
Hmm.
मुझे लगता है कि वो रिकॉर्डिंग रोबोट जैसा लग जाता है। एंड जैसे कि एक सेशन में जिस एनर्जी पे मैं फील कर पाता हूँ कि 50 लोग बैठे हैं, आई एम टीचिंग समथिंग, आई एम डिलीवरिंग समथिंग. So I have a two type of coaching. One is where I'm teaching some topic. Every week I teach something. Every week I take some questions from them. And another session where I make them implement. So I have a three type of calls is set. So when I'm
Hmm.
teaching, I'm take that same content and just put it in the session. Why I need to record the call, but definitely recording is also needed for some, for to give some access, but that is not the priority. The first thing
Right.
is people are going to buy you. That's why मैंने आपको बोला कि the first set आपको आपके बिजनेस में अगर देखा जाए ना, दो पार्ट है मतलब स्टार्टिंग फेज पे. हाउ डू
Hmm.
यू एक्वायर क्लाइंट, हाउ डू यू डिलीवर योर क्लाइंट. तो एक्वायरिंग क्लाइंट पे आपको बस फोकस करना है कि आप कैसे करोगे, वेबिनार पे करोगे, वन टू वन पे करोगे. मोस्टली
Hmm.
आई ऑल्सो सजेस्ट टू डू विद वन टू वन क्लैरिटी कॉल. मैं अपने स्टूडेंट्स को चैलेंज देता हूँ मिनिमम 50 क्लैरिटी कॉल पे करना है, तो आप उसके बाद जाके वेबिनार के बारे में सोचना है ना. तो वन टू
Hmm.
वन कॉल से आपको पता लगता है कि एक्चुअल प्रॉब्लम क्या है मार्केट में. Do free, they say, just
Hmm.
say that
Hmm.
I'm doing a research. You can call it as a research call. अगर आपको लगता है कि डर लगता है कि लोग क्लैरिटी कॉल पे आएंगे ही नहीं आएंगे, tell them a research call, I'm doing a research,
Yeah.
है ना. So starting is like customer acquisition side, do a lot of one to one calls, and
Hmm.
client acquisition side that you do one to one coaching. Maybe you
Hmm.
can charge mid ticket अगर आपका confidence नहीं है, okay, you don't have a good skill that you confidently deliver the results. You can start with a mid ticket also, 20,000-30,000 rupees. Then you can slowly as you create results for them, you start making like more money, more premium client that you can take, है ना.
Right.
Sometimes there's another mindset people get into it. They buy from definitely a lot of marketing messages out there that high ticket. Again, for me, so like, मैंने एक क्वेश्चन पूछा था अपने कम्युनिटी में, टेल मी व्हाट इज द हाई टिकट फॉर यू. सम पीपल से 10,000
Hmm.
rupees.
Hmm. That's a very important question.
So high ticket for you is different from high ticket from other person,
For sure.
है ना. अगर किसी को 10,000 रुपए सेल करने में उनका लिटरली फियर है इतना, I can't ask them to directly go and pitch 3 lakh rupees product or 2 lakh rupees product. Somehow I can see there is a skill gap or maybe result नहीं है, इसीलिए भी एक भी होता है कभी
Hmm.
कभी, है ना. So इसलिए you confident with your skill, confident with the results. उसके लिए maybe you have to do some free clients creation, maybe for working with free, and create
Hmm.
some results, get testimonials. So you will get confident, then charge high ticket, जो भी करना है आपको करो, है ना. So I asked
Hmm.
them to get some pro bono clients at the first stage of your their journey. If you, even if you wanted to work on, build testimonials, build results, build case studies,
Hmm.
then slowly you get into the second stage. In the second stage, I suggest now you got to know that what works for you, what you can deliver. Then you start delivering maybe workshop or webinar or challenge. Okay.
Hmm.
No, you do challenge funnel and stuff. So people can do either webinar funnel or challenge funnel. Webinar funnel में क्या है, आप you have to be delivering your message within 90 minutes.
Hmm.
Mostly it is good for a front end product like a low ticket product or a mid ticket product. But immediately like I don't suggest immediately selling high ticket products within, but some people still take through the one-to-one consultation option. But
Mhm.
like my way of suggestion is like, okay, whatever that you feels like, whatever the products you are, if you can deliver a message within 90 minutes, you don't need 5 days to spend. Some people
Hmm.
have given me this idea ki Sagar, for me challenge didn't work, for me webinar worked. And one
Hmm.
person I know, that person converted like more than kya, that person says one of the webinars he did 100% conversion.
Oh,
25
okay.
people were there, 25 people bought. But see, make the
Wow.
webinar super engaging and highly active. If people don't open the camera, she will kick them out. So that
Hmm.
so that is uh,
Ah,
so that's the so that's the region one. She says like for me challenge or maybe multi-day doesn't work. So it
hmm.
is depend on the personality, depend on the how you deliver all these things, depend on the audience, lot of thing that works. So second phase may at least you need to go one to many. Then maybe you can mix up one to many with one to one, maybe consultation call booked. Then you can close them on again your high ticket programs. Or if you have a group program, if you have a group program, maybe low ticket, mid ticket, you don't need to go for one to one call. You can directly give them offer and sell them. So that the second stage. Third stage may where you go little more scalable model and you start scaling. Yeah.
Hmm.
So for a beginners, coaches or something, I suggest simplify your funnel, you know, and start working in this area, this way. Yeah.
Is this similar to what you mentioned about like the L1, L2, L3, where L1 is get known, L2 is get leads, and then L3 is get sales?
No, that is the funnel, marketing funnel. Get known, get leads. One thing like normally when it comes to conversion,
Mm-hmm.
पहले लोगों को हम हमारे बारे में लोग जानेंगे पहले.
Right.
Where we build audience,
Hmm.
followers. Okay, that is the get known. People get to know about
Right.
us from content. Get leads, we give lead magnets, we invite them to webinar, download something. Then like we get leads. It's like
Hmm.
the middle of the funnel where they it's kind of they get nurtured and they start moving close towards your
Hmm.
stuff. The moment they buy your program, the webinar, all this stuff, the conversion happens,
Yes.
you get sales. So that is
Got
the part of a mostly marketing funnel. Yeah.
got it. Like, that
Yeah.
makes
But
sense.
L1, L2, L3, I would say again, I know like some people follow L1, L2, L3 model. Okay.
Hmm.
Some people follow a specific high
Yeah.
ticket. I would say we all follow L1, L2, L3 funnel. It is just people call it a different name. For
Hmm.
me, let's suppose I'm doing a challenge, 5 day challenge, right?
Right. Right.
For me, maybe that is my L0. Okay.
Hmm.
Then I'm selling a maybe 1 lakh product, high ticket
Hmm.
product. That is my L1. Then I'm selling my 5 lakh products. That's my
Hmm.
L2. For me, my L1, my L1, L2, L3 is
Yeah.
this. Okay. So everyone say L1, L2, L3 is nothing but a value ladder in Russell
Right.
Brunson term. It just take them to the next level.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Now, because when we started in the industry 2020, it was very different from what it has become now. What do you think? Like, there are so many funnels out there. Like, somebody says webinar funnels work, someone says SLOs work, someone says challenge works. Everyone has their different things. What do you think is working right now in the industry, and what is not working? Like, what is working and what's not working?
Uh, there is one thing that I would like to share this. One of my mentor, he says this. There is nothing called this or this.
Hmm.
It is and. The game is end game.
Hmm.
This and this. You tried which is working for you good.
Hmm.
आपके लिए क्या काम करता है, इसलिए बोला ना कि मैंने एग्जांपल दिया. फॉर हर यू कांट सेज कि फॉर यू चैलेंज फॉर विल वर्क. सी ऑलरेडी
Right.
ट्राइड दैट. सी सेज मेरे लिए वेबिनार फॉर काम करता है. सो यू नीड टू ट्राई दिस एंड दिस, नॉट दिस और दिस और दिस.
Hmm.
Simplified funnel. You need to try whichever that is resonate with you and whichever you are aligned to do it.
Hmm.
No, no. I align to do it both ways. I will do once like In a 3 month, I will do a challenge type of stuff. And every week or maybe a 15 days once, I would love to do a webinar. So I do both. है ना? Sometimes we need to do mix of both. Maybe you can do to sell high ticket program, you can do challenge funnel. Maybe to your low ticket or mid ticket program, you can do webinar funnel or workshop funnel or a master class funnel. So it is not the or game, it is end game. This is what I would say is.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
And how do you think the industry has changed from 2020 to 2025? Like, just if you could.
2020 where people was like an impulse buyer. Like, you know, like they have a fear, life में कुछ हो जाएगा, Corona आ गया, and they was like impulse, they were buying like a lot of people make a lot of money that time. Now people are very smart.
Yeah.
So I did another research, and one thing that stand out is how authentic that you are and how committed that you are for your client. So clients are very smart. People have invested in hundreds of courses. They don't need more courses. They need a person who can help them.
Right.
That is what it changed. From impulse buying to smart buying. They're very smart. And the only way to do is being authentic. Okay. So then one thing that will take to the long-term game is just being authentic. जो है नहीं है. You said something like sometime around, okay, I made 10 lakh per month. Last month I was completely out. I was learning different courses and things. I had a bad month last month, honestly speaking, because I was out for 15 days. I didn't do any sales call or anything. है ना? My revenue went to almost like 1/3 पे आ गया. जो अगर मैं इतना बनाता हूँ एवरेज 1/3 पे आ गया. Like 66% I lost. I lose. है ना? Now it's okay. Sometimes हमारा business नीचे जाएगा, sometimes ऊपर जाएगा.
Yeah.
I'm picking up this month. So I don't want to do sugarcoat कि यार मैं 10 लाख हर महीने बनाता हूँ, 20 लाख हर महीने बनाता हूँ. मेरे भी नीचे टाइम डाउन टाइम आते हैं. And I've seen a lot of low times throughout my journey. So that's why I'm being like very authentic. Like I don't want to sugarcoat anything. This is a business. You will lose sometimes. You will win sometime. Yeah.
Actually, thank you for sharing that. Not a lot of people actually come up, and because everyone likes to share about their good stuff, but nobody talks, because what happens is when you keep on saying someone is doing so good, you don't know their back end, but you keep on feeling that good and I'm not doing good, and that actually demotivates you. So if somebody is out there authentically speaking about it, that okay, I'm also having troubles, but I'm still fighting and I'm still working, that actually gives the encouragement. What? Sorry, you want to add something?
So I just wanted to add. I just got one thing. One of my mentor recently he says, "जो भी online पे दिख रहे हो ना, divided by 10."
Yeah.
जो भी online में तुमको दिख रहा है, divided by 10. That is the reality.
Yeah, for sure.
I think, oh wow.
That automatically brings down the pressure, because every post you see, the pressure cooker like city bajne lagta hai, like okay, they are doing it, and then somewhere it just explodes. And yeah, like that completely makes sense. Um, what do you think are the qualities a coach have? Like, because not everyone could be a coach, right? Not everyone should be a coach. So what do you think are the qualities a coach should have to not just earn, because that's a separate thing, but actually become a coach and serve to people?
The first thing that I really uh, wanted to share, that is intent. What is your intent behind doing anything that you do? आपका intention क्या है ना? One of my like business partner Rahati must maybe knowing. She sees everything that I do in the last 2 3 years. Okay.
Hmm.
And one single day, she told me this one thing. I was not getting results, in my webinar sales. And he says, "What happened to you, Sagar?" I said, "I don't know. Something is not working since last 9 webinar. I'm just getting zero sales." And she said, "Okay, tell me, who you are when you go to the webinar." I says, "I'm a coach." Who they are when you see them in a webinar? They're prospect. Okay. Now tell me who you are when you go to your coaching session. I think I'm like just a big brother, um, or maybe a mother who is caring for my students, and I'm just like for my child and going to serve them and help them. And who do you see your client when you are coaching session? And I said, I can see they are my children. You see the identity that we carry in a webinar while we are selling, while we are coaching.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm talking with the context of sales,
Right. Hmm.
and building the coaching business.
Right.
Here, the identity differs. What if we can bring the same identity while we serve in the webinar? We don't see them as just a prospect. We see them as a same, maybe they are already a client.
Right. Yeah.
Because my energy was dipping when I was doing my sales pitch. What is
Hmm.
the identity that I carry?
Hmm.
Okay. So identity plays a huge role in terms of sales. आइडेंटिटी पे ये होता है, मेरे दिमाग में क्या चलता रहता था, और 50 लोग हैं, 10% कन्वर्जन, मुझे सिर्फ 5 चाहिए सेल्स. आई वाज
Hmm.
कैलकुलेटिंग दिस. बट व्हेन आई
Yeah.
गेट इनटू कोच, आई डोंट थिंक दैट इससे
Uh,
कितने लोग जाएंगे नेक्स्ट लेवल, इसमें से कितने लोगों को
hmm.
मैं और पैसा ले सकता हूँ. आई एम जस्ट फोकस कि उनका प्रॉब्लम है, मुझे क्या सॉल्व करना है.
Right.
Be completely focused for serving and helping them. And
Hmm.
that's where the mindset shift happens. Who you are when you go to coaching, even a
Hmm.
one-to-one call, who you are, even if a clarity call that you're going, who you are. This one question changed my whole life, like around my coaching business. So these are the first mindset, your intent.
Right.
One thing that I'll be giving the like maybe 90% weightage, your intent matters.
That's what I'm saying. Because I have seen a lot of people enter the coaching industry and they're leaving. Only reason is because they thought that they will just come here and earn money. And it feels it, then what happens is it dilutes the efforts of people like you who are actually trying to add genuine results and do genuine service to the community. So it's really nice to like whenever somebody is coming, they have that intent, that mindset that okay, I actually want to serve the community and money is byproduct of me serving. Really beautifully explained that. um I would like to understand from you, like you spoke about, understanding human nature, human emotions. So, how do you, as a coach, apply it for your community? Like, what goes into a coach's mind when he's coaching, and what kind of human, emotions you deal with, and how do you deal with them?
So recently there is a one message inside our WhatsApp group community. So we have an accountability group.
Hmm.
So whenever they go through, so the first like entry level program, I have a 8 week challenge. Okay,
Hmm.
I call it organic sales challenge. So I make
Hmm.
them accountable inside that group so that they can consistently do some action for the 8 weeks minimum. Okay,
Hmm.
so I ask them to create some content, and that one person said like, Sagar, I have so many ideas, but I am not able to create content. Normally, earlier when I was not able to understand this human emotions or what is the human behavior, I was really okay, motivate, just do it, just think and do it. But after learning specifically NLP and the human behavior, I started seeing this as a different perspective.
Hmm.
What kind of emotion they go through when they think of recording a video? I
Hmm.
ask, what like what kind of emotion that you have, or maybe uh, what happened when you think of creating a video. Then
Hmm.
she says, I feel overwhelmed. I don't know where to get started. Now, overwhelm is the domination factor over here,
Hmm.
which is causing not to move forward. है ना? And the moment she had a awareness this, very next day she started creating content about it. And she's consistently doing it on a regular basis. So this is one action. There are a lot of emotions, sometimes guilt, sometimes fear from childhood memories. And that also like people struggle to give an offer.
Hmm.
So sometimes we need to address those things. I think after going through uh, a lot of deep understanding about human behavior, it helped me to coach my clients better. Because we are as a like लोग को लगता है कि the moment they enter into coaching they'll learn something and just go and teach.
Right.
That is a
Yeah.
teacher, you're not a coach. Coach is
Hmm.
someone who's bring the best out of them and
Ah.
then deliver it, है ना? So
Hmm.
I think I learned a lot of coaching skills when I started understanding about the human behavior, NLP, about all these things.
Can we dive deep in a little deep into NLP, like what exactly you learned, and if somebody is, a coach, even a beginner coach, or just they have been doing coaching for a long time, why should they consider NLP, or how can it help them? Like all these things.
Okay, see, NLP, there are a lot of things out there, है ना?
Mm.
But when I started learning from one of my mentor, and I understood that okay, this is a life skill that we need to have
Hmm.
since childhood. Maybe मुझे लगता है कि इसको ना स्कूल में पढ़ाना चाहिए, because I feel it is my awareness level is gone to a different level, like after learning NLP, because
Hmm.
I can sense what this person is going through, or whether this person is telling the right thing or not. Okay.
Hmm.
Maybe now I can pick up whether this person is telling the truth or just lying something about it. Because there are a lot of angles that I can see. I believe it is a communication tool which will help you to communicate better, and it will फास्ट ट्रैक योर जर्नी. जो चीज आपको मे बी 5 साल लगेंगे वो आप 1 साल में कर सकते हो, है ना? दैट लेवल ऑफ ग्रोथ एनएलपी कैन गिव यू, है ना? बिकॉज
Like how, like any example, like one example you shared for your community, but like
yeah.
how, like 5 years to 1 years, how can that condense the time?
So let me tell you what happens is, one of the recent case study in my community, then one person has a some like fear of doing something. Okay,
Hmm.
maybe
Hmm.
even creating content, even if their person is creating content but having a fear. Now we identify that fear is not coming from just by doing this, coming from the childhood,
Hmm.
or coming
Hmm.
from on past events, you know.
Hmm. Hmm.
So with the using NLP techniques, we can literally clean those past memory.
Hmm.
Normally क्या होता है, वो past memory trigger करता रहता है, some kind of a trauma, some all these things. We have some tools, NLP have some tools to clear those traumas so that it will not affect again. That memory will might go or might not go, but the effect of that memory will not trigger much, you know.
Hmm. Hmm.
We have seen so many case studies around that, है ना? Because हमारे लाइफ में बहुत कुछ होते हैं, we don't know sometimes. Maybe जब हम बचपन में थे उस टाइम में कुछ हुआ था, and that is triggering almost every time that we hear something or do something. How we can actually do this level. So I'm going a little very deep. Maybe some those people have understand, uh, have an understanding of NLP, they can get it, like all these things. And some kind of beliefs work we also do. कभी
Hmm.
कभी वो beliefs बचपन से बन जाते हैं. Just to give you an data, most of our beliefs right now we are holding.
Hmm.
It gets created in the age of 0 to 7.
Oh, oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
some beliefs gets also created from mother's womb also, because you don't know what your mother have gone through during the pregnancy.
Oh, oh, okay.
Those, though it can be hurt, it can be guilt, it can be anything. Those things, that emotion that we're carrying till today, आज जो भी तुम्हारे लाइफ में हो रहा है, it has a lot to do with that things. So these are things जब मैंने पढ़ा, like wow, this is crazy stuff. We are just talking about strategy and tips. What goes inside, we don't know. So that's why, like, it has a very deep aspect. So that's why for the next 2 year also, I'm still in the zone of learning and going really deep into it. Because if I really wanted to be a world class coach now, I wanted to work on these areas: personal excellence. If I can't master myself, my emotions, my own self, I can't master people, or I can transform people. I need to transform myself first. So I'm working a lot on myself. That's why it's okay. I can go slow. I don't achieve some big award. A lot of people ask me, okay, Sagar, when you are achieving 10 crore award, I says, boss, I wanted to first help a lot of people first, make them see they can cross the first 1 crore, what I have already done. Then maybe I will be applying those 10 crore award. That is my goal that I have. Like, okay, I need to see at least 1 crore people inside my community to achieve, like to apply for the 10 crore award. I'm not hurry for 10 crore award. I'm very much dedicated to work on myself.
Beautiful. That's really
Yeah.
beautiful. So,
So
like,
yeah.
the what you mentioned about becoming a world class coach, what's the next thing for you? Like, now you have achieved this. What's the goal for this year and coming 5 years for yourself?
I think I need to like this, like as I said, for the next 2 years still I wanted to learn more about NLP and some other personal development aspect. One of my mentor also, one thing he told me 3 years back: PD plus BD equal to bigger impact and transformation. It
Okay.
means personal development plus
Mm-hmm.
business development will make you more transformed, and you can make more impact. Without personal development or personal excellence, nothing will grow. You
Mm.
know, like there is another quote you must have heard, like your business will grow to the extent you grow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my goal.
I just have one last question for you. Uh, what are the three things you would, would like to tell to people, anyone who is starting out in the coaching? What are the three tips, hacks, or any, mindset shift you would like to give for the beginners?
बिगिनर्स का फेस फर्स्ट स्ट्रेटेजी बिजनेस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू मैं बता देता हूँ. दे नीड टू बी कंसिस्टेंट नो मैटर व्हाट.
Hmm.
आई कॉल इट इज लाइक कंसिस्टेंसी बीट्स टैलेंट. है ना. डोंट थिंक अबाउट किसके पास क्या टैलेंट है. डोंट लुक इनटू इट. यू जस्ट शो अप नो मैटर
Hmm.
व्हाट. People will identify you. They will see you. Just be consistent. Now, when it comes to consistency, I go deep into it. Can I share it like 3D? So, the first, being consistent in terms of our coaching business, first you need to be consistent in content creation. You
Right.
create content, you show up, or more, how more people get to know about you.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
know. Then second level of consistency is people get to experience more deeper with you. Like we're doing a webinar, challenge, master class. यहाँ पे आपके साथ वो more time having a conversation with you. मतलब
Hmm.
कंटेंट पे वो सिर्फ देखते हैं, चले जाते हैं. आपके पास वो कंट्रोल नहीं होता. बट व्हेन यू ब्रिंग देम टू अ रूम और वन टू वन कॉल और अ जूम रूम, वहां पे ज्यादा कन्वर्सेशन होते हैं, राइट. तो यू नीड टू बी कंसिस्टेंट इन डूइंग दोज थिंग. है ना. अगर आप बोल रहे हो कि डेली आई नीड टू क्रिएट कंटेंट on a social media. Similarly, are you committed to do weekly? webinars or
Mm-hmm.
workshop, or if you are committed to do monthly thing, whatever that you committed, do it on a regular basis. So show up over there. Then once you make money, a lot of people think, okay, paisa ho gaya, I'm successful. No, your success will depend on the result that you provide. The third level of value, that when you actually show up for them, are you consistent showing up for your community on a regular basis? I have three major call for my community. That is a non-negotiable. मैं travel करता हूँ, अगर travel भी करता हूँ, I make sure that somebody has to take care of it, but I'll make sure that I will deliver these 3 sessions no matter what. Okay, more than 3 hours there, but 3 hours the minimum non-negotiable. So am I showing up for them? Then only the complete loop will be complete. So consistency is the first thing. Second, intent. I'll repeat it again. Third, I would say is care. Okay, care for your people. I think that is a part of intent, but I would say is extend it to it. Truly care for your audience. Um, they will pay you every amount of money that you will charge if you truly care for people. People can sense through your eyes how much you care for them. And there is in an NLP term, that's something I learned is you can sub communicate without saying anything. You know, like you can feel a love from eyes, right? Similarly, you can communicate without saying anything. That is the sub communication, those invisibles. People pick it up very fast. आपका intent क्या है ना? So those are the three things. These are some deep stuff, but I hope everybody got something out of from this podcast.
No, I think these are very important because uh, other all tactics, strategies, they, you can keep learning them. They are part of your skills, but your mindset is something that you build, and that's where you can then develop all your skills. But if you don't have right mindset, nothing is going to work well. And with consistency, correct me if I'm wrong. I guess you did 365 videos, right? Per day,
Yeah,
like for doing one
yeah,
video.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I was like, oh my God, like if I could even learn slightest of that consistency from you, I would be like, because I can't even imagine putting one video every single day. And yeah, like that's crazy. Even like when your Facebook profile I checked out, there is not a single week you have not posted. Every week I find 2 or 3 posts at least.
Yeah,
And
I've slowed down a lot because 2014, sorry, 24, I've spent a lot of time like learning NLP and a lot of stuff. I was like very, like you can say, like absent, but I'm mostly right now, mostly active on Instagram a lot. But Facebook, I slowed down a lot because I could not give time to create content. But I was happy about it. Again, I was having a lot of leads. So again, I think 2024, I focused more on WhatsApp marketing, nurturing my WhatsApp audience. I was thinking, इतने मेरे पास है, ये कितना इतना क्यों मेहनत करना है? But now I realize that I should not ignore my golden goals, which have paid me since 2020. Why I'm ignoring that part? So I need to, yeah.
just one last question, like ignoring as in like what was happening during that time?
So I was just thinking, okay, I was very comfortable with WhatsApp. Okay.
Uh, hmm,
Then I should not just focus on one. See, starting, a lot of people I suggest, like the starting phase, I suggest to start with one platform first. Okay.
hmm,
Now I'm into scaling phase. I can't
right,
depend upon just one platform.
right.
No, only WhatsApp. After some time, I realized WhatsApp got also saturated. Okay. So I need to do mix and of multiple things. But I always have a one single thing that I always very clear is this particular time is only that I'm giving more energy and time for Instagram. 2 years back, it was Facebook. Okay.
Hmm,
Instagram is
hmm,
my primary platform. Secondary is LinkedIn. है ना?
okay,
This is the two platform that I'm most active on right now.
got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you so much for sharing that,
Yeah.
Sagar. And it was really nice talking with you. I hope we can do this
Thank
again.
you.
But thank you for your time, and it was super amazing to have this talk with you.
Thank you, Chiranjeevi. I think you're doing super awesome. And the question that you asked, I think it will help a lot of people who are watching this podcast. And thank you so much, whatever you're doing. And thank you for inviting.
Thank you.